Okay, hello. First of all, I hope you're being good. I'm going to give you a quick instruction over the back page of your literary terms that some of us didn't get to in class. So the front page, we went over types of feet, an iamb versus a trochee. An iamb goes little u, stress. A trochee goes stress, little u. Number of feet, we count. 3 is a tri. 4 is a tetra. 5 is a penta. 6 is a hexa. 7 is a hepta. And 8 is a, good job, I hope. Okay, that's half of your test. Half of your test is simply knowing the different types of feet and being able to count. That's the whole front of this quiz that you're going to take when you're done here with Ms. Yankee. Okay, the vocab words that we went through on the front, I told you go through, mark the ones you know, learn about half of the ones that you didn't. Okay, back page. I'm going to go through this with everybody really quick. So a half rhyme are two words that are very close, except that the vowel sound is different. So if I say hill, and then I say hell, you change the vowel, everything else is the same, that's a half rhyme. Half of it rhymes. Next, iamb, we've done it, it's unstressed, stressed. Internal rhyme, okay, if an end rhyme happens at the end, and a beginning rhyme happens at the beginning, where do we think an internal rhyme happens? Internally, in the middle. Imagery is any word that brings about some type of appeal to the senses. So if you smell something, you smell apple pie baking, you're like, oh my goodness, that's my grandmother's apple pie. It smells wonderful. You can paint pictures with words that describe something to where it creates an image in your head. That's imagery. A lyric poem, which is one of the second poem that we're going to study is a lyric poem, is a poem about feelings and emotions, personal thoughts. Okay, metaphor and simile. Those are two words that you've heard a million times. Here's how you remember those. A metaphor. Me is something. Metaphor starts with an M-E. Me is something. I know that's not grammatically correct, but it's how you remember it. So if I'm a swimmer, me is a fish. That's a metaphor. Simile, using like or as. I am like a fish. Both of them refer to the fact that I am fast when I swim, but the metaphor is saying that you are a fish. The simile is saying you are like a fish. Okay, meter. These are where some of these words get a little confusing. So meter is the rhythm of poetry. It's the pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables. On the board, when I said, come be with me and be my love and we shall all the pleasures prove, that beat and repeating pattern is the meter of a poem. Okay, an ode. An ode sounds dignified, like an ode to the king, okay? And that is the definition of an ode. It's something that's dignified, okay? Onomatopoeia, great word, spelling bee would get me every time. But an onomatopoeia is a word you've probably heard before. Onomatopoeias are bam, biff, pow. If you search old Batman episodes, like they literally, to not show violence, they would have like Batman throwing a punch, and right before he punched somebody, there'd be this little cartoon pow that would come across the screen, and then the guy would just fall down. Okay, so you never actually saw him getting hit. Okay, those are onomatopoeias. They're words that sound like sounds. Crackle, okay, whip. Like there's all of these words that sound like a sound, and those are called onomatopoeias. Okay, the next one, you can remember it this way. It's pastoral. Pastoral is dealing with rural life. It sounds like pasture, like where a cow would be out eating or frolicking or whatever cows do, just milking their time. Is that a pun? Yes. My daughter liked that pun. Okay. It's utterly ridiculous. Okay, a rhyme. Two words, rhyme, have the same sound. Okay? Usually they're end rhymes, but not always. Okay, a rhyme scheme is the pattern of words that rhyme. When you do a rhyme scheme, there's a way that this happens. So, if you have two words that rhyme, cat and hat. So let's say, I don't know if these are backwards for you or not. They might be backwards for you because it's recording. Anyway, that says cat, that says hat. Okay, pretend that there's a bunch of words before them. Those are the end rhymes. Okay, end rhyme, cat and hat. Okay, if we're going over rhyme scheme, when you write out rhyme scheme, you write it out this way. Cat. The first word always gets an A. Does cat rhyme with hat? Yes. So hat gets an A as well. Okay? Now in a rhyme scheme, let's say that changes. Cat, hat, and dog, and fog. Okay? Dog does not rhyme with cat, so it's not an A. So it becomes a B. Fog does not rhyme with dog, so it becomes a, dog does not rhyme with hat or cat, but it does rhyme with dog, so it's a B as well. So cat, hat, A. Dog, fog, B, B. If I reverse those and I have, I'm going to go even smaller. Let's say it went cat, dog, hat, fog. It's something that you absolutely can't see anymore. And I have no clue. There we go. Okay. So, and my handwriting's horrible. Cat does not rhyme with dog. So cat is the first one and gets an A. Dog does not rhyme with cat, so it's a B. Hat rhymes with cat, so it too is an A right here. Fog does not rhyme with cat, but fog rhymes with dog, so it is a B. So the rhyme scheme for a poem that would end with the words cat, dog, hat, fog would be A, B, A, B. A poem that ends with cat, hat, dog, fog would go A, B, B. Good? Okay, that's rhyme scheme. Okay, simile, we went over. You're similar to something using like or as. A sonnet, the way you remember this, it's a 14-line poem. Almost all 14-line poems are sonnets. It's not by accident, it's how they did it for hundreds of years. And so there's different types of sonnets, but when you go through and you count the lines in a poem and it goes to 14, you can almost always assume that it's a sonnet. Next is a stanza. This is a word that you can get right on all of your quizzes and tests. Stanza is simply a paragraph. In poetry, it's considered a paragraph. Okay? The last word, tone, we did this in almost every short story, folks, so I don't want you to miss this. The tone is the tone that is how a writer approaches a subject. Okay? It's how they're trying to make you feel. Their tone can be suspenseful, their tone can be angry, their tone can be scary, their tone can be happy. Okay? They're trying to make you feel something, and so they write in a certain tone to do it. Good? Okay, that does it for our review. Ms. Yankee will be passing out the quiz. The quiz will only take a few minutes. Please make sure that you're doing your own work. Make sure you're not looking at anyone else when you're done. Please turn it into the turn-in box, and then you can take out any missing work. I still have a couple people in here that need to finish up research papers. If you need to do that, make sure you're working on that, and please be good today. All right, thank you. Bye.